Alicia, initially I found it hard to come up with a person who has impacted my life more than any other, one who deserved tribute. After pondering all the people who have impacted my life, only one person came to mind: my grandfather, Leroy Briggs Sr. My granddaddy deserves to be recognized because he loved unconditionally, he was hardworking, and he loved life. My granddaddy loved unconditionally. There was not a time growing up that I did not know my grandfather loved me. Although I do not remember hearing it, the 70s were a different time. He showed his love in so many ways. He was the perfect father figure. Trips to the A&W to get gallons of root beer, the joy of watching as he cut open this weird looking fruit called a pineapple that was sweet and juicy. Me looking on in excitement, of course. Trips to his job at First Presbyterian Church in downtown Flint, sitting on the fire escape, watching the parade go by. As a young girl, he decided to renovate the basement for my grandmother. One of my favorite memories is rushing off of the bus after school. I was in pre-kindergarten and shedding my school clothes and throwing on this big oversized t-shirt that probably was his now that I think of it. He would be waiting for me and we would go in the basement and we renovated the basement for my grandmother. We painted the walls, and I can remember painting the brick yellow. I can still see this yellow. And we organized my grandmother's whatnots on the shelves, and we hung clothing lines so that she could hang up her wash after she washed her clothes. All because my grandmother asked. My granddaddy was hardworking. As a little boy, my grandfather broke his back and it healed crooked. This slight deformity kept him from being able to get a job in General Motors, but it did not stop him from being a provider for his family. He worked at a parking lot, he was a cook, and eventually he was a janitor for First Presbyterian Church in downtown Flint. He would build shelves for my grandmother. I can remember eating the best barbecue from a grill that he made with his hands from a oil well and um or oil drum and a grill that he made out of brick that actually was in the ground. Best barbecue. And what I do know is he never let his disability stop him from taking care of the ones he loved. Finally, my granddaddy enjoyed life. He never made excuses, but made a beautiful life for his family. Although he had to have experienced hardships in life, I never once remembered him complaining about anything. He didn't allow what he didn't have or what he couldn't do to stop him from having a life worth living. I would be remiss if I didn't mention that he loved fishing. On the weekends, he would go fishing all over the Flint River, Bay City, Linden, you name it, wherever there was fish, he would go fishing. A lot of times with my mother, and sometimes as kids, and my grandmother would tag along. He loved music, and he would bring his record player, records and speakers out on the front porch, and he would play music. The neighbors would come and the adults would laugh and talk. I can still hear Down Home Blues by ZZ Hill. To know my granddaddy was to love him. My granddaddy loved unconditionally. He was hardworking and he loved life. He never gave up, even when his life told him he wasn't good enough, or later in life when he had a stroke. Even then, he persevered. He is single handedly the most inspirational person in my life, and I am grateful to have had the opportunity to pay tribute to him. Thank you.